Hey, Intuitive Soul Tribe. Mel, Intuitive Soul Coach here, excited to dive into the collective energy and bring you divine messages as this reading is very significant. Know that if you are here today, that there could be a message here for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information at intuitivesoulcoach.com. All right, welcome, collective. Now, this is a very important reading. As I was tuning into the energy here of the collective, connecting, asking, okay, Spirit, what do we need to know? What do we need to discuss and talk about at this time? Right away, I was getting instrumentals with a song, and the lyrics came clear as day. Now, the song some of you may have heard of, it's called The Dance by Garth Brooks. And the lyrics, I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I would have missed the dance. So this pertains to life in general. And so many of us are struggling at times with challenges, loss of loved ones, relationship ups and downs, financial setbacks, health concerns, right? There's so much going on in our personal lives, our professional lives, and that in the world. So the big message coming through was, yes, we want clarity, we want direction, we want to know that things are going to be okay. But we also need to let go and surrender to trusting that our lives are shaping and manifesting in the forms that we've chosen, right? We can call it chance, we can call it fate, we can call it destiny. Now, that does not mean that we don't have free will. Of course we have free will. But this is about the dance. And so for a lot of you, if you're feeling a lot of anxiety, if you're feeling a lot of stress, you may be undergoing, a lot of soul searching, a lot of deep contemplative thinking with soul purpose here. Spirit doesn't want you to miss the dance, even if that causes pain in our lives. There were a lot of messages that came through quite quickly. I had to write them down. I couldn't keep up, but I got a few messages of releasing attachments. It's important at this time to disconnect from the outcome of a situation, because we may be holding on, we may be letting pain and allowing pain to keep us in a place of misery, keep us in a place of not growing in the direction where we really, our soul wants to, and we're being forced out of, our comfort zone at this time. And it's important for us to acknowledge that some of the lessons, right? You have soul lessons here. This is about inner growth. It is like that, cocoon process of the caterpillar and the butterfly. We can't force that cocoon process, but we can't have external situations or circumstances take us out of that any faster or any slower, right, than we want to. It's happening here in divine timing. And this is about karma as well. You may have been hearing and listening to me talk about karma a lot because we do have Libra in the South Node. I think that started back in possibly July of 2023, and it's going to move forward until the first quarter or so of 2024. And Libra in the South Node on a global and collective level is all about karmic cycles. It's about patterns. It's about freeing ourselves from the generational cycle, past life patterns, things of that nature. And it may have caused pain, right? It may have caused pain, but we would have missed the dance if we would have known, if we would have bypassed, if we would know what we know today. Yes, we can always go back and say, I wish I wouldn't have wasted my time on that, or I wish I would have done things differently. But you are living right here, right now, and all you have is, this moment in time, and this life is precious. This is about wisdom, strength, beautiful souls. Sometimes you don't realize how amazing, how strong and how determined you are. This is about you being able to possibly even teach others through the lessons that you have attained all the way up until this point in your life, right? We're constantly oscillating between the teacher and the student, going back and forth, learning lessons and healing and evolving and teaching and growing. And there's a little bit of a back and forth that's constantly taking place. But some of you are being guided to step up and help others at this time. Others of you are being guided to learn more at this time. Trust your intuition, because Spirit wants you to release what that outcome looks like and enjoy a little bit of the dance. And we all know, if you've ever danced with someone or danced with an energy that it doesn't feel aligned, it can feel a little bit wonky. Toes can get stepped on. Someone may try to take the lead. Maybe you want to take the lead, but it's a give and take. And that's the law of attraction, and that's the universe, right? Let's dance with the universe. And sometimes that dance isn't always in perfect flow. We like when it is, right? It makes things go smooth and it feels really great. But sometimes life comes in and steps on our toes a bit. And I feel for a lot of you, if you've been going through a difficult time, things are shifting in a big way for you. 2024 for a lot of you is going to be new beginnings in career, in your financial life, in your home life. A lot of home improvements, a lot of adjustments coming in, a lot of travel or moves. I'm getting here health being taken to the next level. There could even be some surgeries that take place, or things that we really take a look at because we want to live here on earth feeling the best that we can. And that's why you have awakening. I'm also getting here, don't compare. Don't compare your life to others. Don't compare where you hoped or thought you would be at this point in your life, because comparing lowers our frequency. It brings about shame. It brings about bitterness and resentment, and it holds us hostage, and it doesn't allow us to fly. And there's that butterfly. We were just talking about that. I didn't even recognize that, but this is that phoenix rising as well. And it's time for you to reclaim your power. There's been a major rebirthing taking place here. And this eclipse season and Libra being in the south node, Aries being in the north node, has brought a lot of forward movement to kind of throw you. Some of you, it's literally thrown you for a loop, thrown you back into maybe even a chaotic tower moment or mix, or some of you it feels like tower after tower. But what's really happening is jumping timelines to get you into that place of readiness. And a lot of you are ready. Even if you don't feel strong enough, you are. And that's the lesson here. There's spiritual enlightenment. Your gifts are amplified. This is a time for you to sit with yourself. And that may be why it's important to kind of disconnect from attachments, disconnect from comparative energy, and disconnect from people who just don't have your back. Maybe they throw judgments at you or throw less than desirable criticism. It's not helping, it's hindering. This is a really big cycle to say thank you, but no thank you. And you are stepping into your own. You're reclaiming your power. For those of you that are perfectionists, people pleasers, or if you've bent over backwards, helping, healing, and taking care of others, this is your time. I want you to say that with me. This is my time to shine, because the world doesn't want you to go out with your light still in you. Okay, that's a big message Spirit brought through. And I'm getting also less is more. Less is more at this time. So when it comes to anything in life, right? I mean, we're coming up to the holiday season here in the United States, but depending on where you're at in the world, perhaps food, right? Food, less is more. Eating healthier foods that fill you up longer and they're more nutritious versus foods that are processed or sugary or, highly caffeinated or whatever it may be. Less is more. When it comes to putting your energy into something and we feel like we're just draining ourselves, less is more, because it's almost like that quantity over quality type of energy here. So I want you to remember that. I'm also getting here with this teamwork. This is also soul tribe. And I don't know about you, but we've been undergoing some major transformation when it comes to friend groups, family dynamics, and soul tribe. So if you've been feeling a little bit alienated, or you felt like a hermit or the black sheep, this is a time where a lot of people are finding their They're soulmates, they're twin flames. Now that doesn't have to mean romantic relationships. For a lot of you, yes, but for a lot of you, this is people that you can depend on. This could be family, but a lot of it is not blood related. This is soul tribe, people that you've chose to incarnate into this lifetime with to help you on your path, on your journey. And that energy is coming together here. This could be connecting with businesses or organizations or clients. This could be friendships that you foster and grow that last a lifetime. This could be companion pets and animals. For some of you, you may be coming together working with your children or your parents, right? It certainly can be family, but this is teamwork, making the dream work. What is the dream for you? What is the dream for all of us, right? Peace, togetherness, loving connections, whatever it may be on your list as well. This is about having people in your corner, but it's not just the physical aspect, it's the spiritual as well. And that's why we have the gifts coming in. This deep awakening is allowing us to peel back the layers of the fogginess that we may say, well, I don't have any gifts, or I'm not intuitive, or I don't know how to embrace this because I don't see things. I'm not clairvoyant. Each and every one of you have gifts. We all do. You know, each and every one of you are intuitive. Each and every one of you have the ability to connect with loved ones who've crossed over. Each and every one of you have the ability to go within and gain the answers that you need to move forward. We each have that inner compass. And that is showing up more and more and more, where you're going to start connecting with people almost on a telepathic level as well. So it may start to scare you when you meet someone and you have that intense connection, and you may say, wow, you were reading my mind, or you were thinking what I was thinking. So this is a portal that's opening up, and it's going to be here. I don't feel like it's ever going to close. It's part of the ascension, I personally feel, but this is about coming together and co-creating with the universe, co-creating with your soul's mission here, what you wanted to experience here on earth. You're making it happen. So trust, because even though there may be pain along the way, trust that you're going to dance. You're going to dance with so many of these energies here, whether you want to do the Argentino tango, right? Whether you want to do the square dance or the Macarena, it does not matter. Symbolically, this is, a dance floor. And even though you may falter, even though you may look silly, you are authentic within your own self. Okay. So we also have soul purpose, and they're saying, look at the bottom. Ah, there it is. Look at the bottom. We have new life. This is major transformations, big changes. This is about you. I just heard less is more again. Some of you could be downsizing, or you're living a simpler life, okay? You're living a simpler life. So maybe you're retiring. For some of you, perhaps you're moving to a country and you're just living low key. For others of you, you're finding ways to work smarter, not harder. Whatever this new life is for you, this is about rebirth, and we see that word showing up twice here. So get ready, because a lot of changes are on the horizon here, and you're being guided to embrace this new journey ahead. I'm loving this. All right, let's get a few additional messages here from the angels. What do we have? We have goddess energy. I'm loving this because this is the divine feminine. This reminds me of Empress energy as well. But it says here, embrace your divine feminine energy. It's so important that we balance out that masculine and feminine, because so many times we're constantly in that, action, getting things done, hustling, moving forward. We're in that emperor energy of leadership and structure and stability and, power. The Empress energy is more of that receptive, that soft, that goddess, that creative, maternal, nurturing energy here. And we all have masculine and feminine within us. Thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing the name Dana. Dana could be your name, or maybe it's a place, a location. Please take it as it resonates. But this says embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. So again, we were just talking about heightened intuition. A lot of you are, you are artists, you are creatives. This is about what it is that you want to manifest in your world. What can you nurture at this time? How can you nurture yourself? And for those of you that have suffered mother wounds and you've taken hits to the heart chakra, maybe this is generational. This could be patterns, karmic cycles and karmic patterns. Believe it or not, we can have karmic relationships with our own parents, with our own children, with friends. Some are here for, a long time until we learn some lessons to break the cycle, and some are here for a quick, short time. But you have the solar plexus, and I'm getting that some of you are healing some big mother issues, big family issues here as well. And it says it is safe for you to be powerful. Solar plexus. Solar plexus is located in the stomach region. For those of you that have had stomach issues, whether that issue is weight gain, whether it's stomach ulcers, indigestion, it could be digestion itself, it can be bloating, it can be anything that, feels painful in this solar plexus, also mid-back region. It's because we question our power, our place in the world at times, because the conditions that we've been through have threatened our sense of self, right? This is how you show up in the world. And it says it's safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. So again, there is that balance of masculine and feminine energies here showing up. So solar plexus is really highlighted at this time. And we see that even through the awakening here, because it's about you taking back your power, especially like I said earlier, for those of you people pleasers, or you've been, perfectionists, or giving, or taking care of others, or trying to put out good karma. That's coming back to you in a beautiful, beautiful way. It's coming back tenfold. What do we have here for the collective, please? Ascended masters. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. And I know this is a very common name, so I try to tell Spirit whatever names, even if I don't quite get it, or even if it's in a different language, but sometimes it's hard for me to decipher that barrier. I am getting a very common name here, John. So John could be significant. It could be your name, a parent's name. It could be a middle name. Please take it as it resonates. But some of you as well, there is a symbolic message when it comes to ascended masters. They don't care what you call them as long as you call upon them. And a lot of them already have, names: Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Mother Mary. I am getting here also, and this is more of a goddess energy as well. Some of you have been working with Kali. Okay, Kali, you may be diving into goddesses or ascended masters. Some of you have been called to work with these entities or these beings. I'm also getting here additional light beings, including your own guides. When I really started to get back into my spirituality after kind of shutting a lot down in my teenage years, Buddha was one of the first images that came up in my mind's eye, and I connected with that energy. Even though I'm not a Buddhist, even though I didn't really know anything about it, I really connected to that ascended master. And sometimes they come in for a short period. Sometimes they're here to help us through many different things. But trust, if you have your guides that you are connecting with, again, it doesn't matter what you call them as long as you call them here. So I am getting here for some of you, it can be difficult if you've grown up in a specific religion or background, because it can feel a little bit wrong or taboo to shift into the unknown or to shift into some new beliefs, but you must trust. And you also chose that path prior to this lifetime, so you have what it takes. You have to trust in that solar plexus as well. Trust in your heart, trust in your intuition, because you have that inner compass, that inner knowing. We're going to get 2 more cards from this deck, and there's the 2. Okay, so we have 3, but 2 came out in that shuffle. We have here, listen to your intuitive feelings. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. So again, part of this awakening that you've been going through has been shifting things within your energy field, including your body, to help you bridge the gap between body, mind, and soul. So you feel more of that connectedness. There's so many times I work with clients who they're so disconnected from their body. They don't really know, what is my body trying to tell me? What does this mean? What do I need to, pay attention to? So on an energetic level, some of you could be learning about that. Maybe you're studying. For others of you, you are connecting more with your body and you're realizing, wow, this is my vehicle. This is my vessel in a sense. This is the body. This is what I chose here in this lifetime. How can I love it unconditionally? Even if it has certain things that, I don't love, or maybe have been ridiculed, maybe have been bullied. How can I love myself unconditionally? So there's some deep lessons around the body, around healing, maybe our relationship with foods, relationships with, maybe again, it goes back to mother or father, self-love. But listen to what your body is telling you at this time, because your intuition is right on. And have you asked for help? And we just talked about that with the Ascended Masters. So make sure that, you ask, because your angels want to help you. Your guides want to help you, but we do have free will. And a lot of times they don't want to intervene. They can't intervene with our free will choices. Therefore, we must ask. But it brings me back to that song again as well. You have the opportunity to bring about clarity, but don't be hard on yourself. There's a self-forgiveness energy for you not knowing or for you not trusting. So for example, years ago, I got into a relationship that I knew intuitively from the very beginning that this was going to be a relationship like no other. Red flag after red flag after red flag. My soul said, Melissa, this is what you need to experience. And my head said, what the hell are you doing? This is craziness. Only an insane person would continue to move forward. And sometimes when we are not connecting the dots, or we don't feel like our intuition is speaking to us, we can get hard on ourselves and say, well, I knew that. I saw the red flags. And then we start to ridicule or degrade. And we say, gosh, I'm so stupid. And we use negative, betraying words to ourselves. I'm so, stupid for getting myself in that situation. It's all on me. I should have known better. Why did I do this again? Spirit does not want you to do that. Sometimes we have these contracts with people, with jobs, with health issues, with whatever it is for us to evolve, even if it is painful. And that's part of the dance, right? That's part of the dance. Now, is it inevitable? Is it something that we must go through? Yes. So if you are judging yourself for spending too much time in a situation or not knowing what you didn't know, it's time to forgive, because that was part of the dance. Okay, ask yourself, how can I grow? How can I learn? What's the silver lining in this situation? And we can shield ourselves at times. Yes, we can shield ourselves when we've learned the lesson. So for example, I learned many lessons in that karmic relationship, a lot of hard lessons, but now I have the ability to decipher. I say, okay, now I know I've learned it. I don't need to repeat it. Therefore, we tend to kind of put up an energy shield where we don't have to keep going and replaying out a pattern. We don't have to stay in that relationship. We don't have to stay in that job. We don't have to stay in that cycle if we've learned what our soul has contracted to learn. Protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light around you. And I'm getting here Cancer. Okay, Cancer for some of you. It doesn't mean if this does not resonate, don't run in all directions with your head cut off thinking, oh my gosh, I have Cancer. No, that's not it. This is for those of you that have been in remission, or those of you that had Cancer. I'm getting here possibly chest. Please seek professional medical guidance. See the disclaimer below. But I'm getting here that you've learned some very valuable lessons around self-love. And I feel like you don't have to repeat that cycle. I'm just going to put that there for those of you that have already been in that position. And that may be part of that body talk as well. All right, let's get a few messages here from the Spirit Message Oracle. What do we need to know for the collective? What do we need to know? Oh, someone needs to water their plant. Okay, that's pretty specific. Someone needs to water their plant. Maybe you're watering a plant as you're listening to this, but some of you, there could be a plant that you may have missed. Maybe it's in a location that is like in a bedroom windowsill, and maybe you forgot about it as you were watering your other plants. I feel like there's a lonely, lost soul plant out there that needs to be watered. So please take that as it resonates. You may want to go and search. Okay, remember the very first message that came through for you is release attachments and just kind of sit with the self. Just sit with the self. That's what we're getting here with the take a moment. This can be a really busy, hectic time of year. I mean, these are timeless, so whenever you're watching this, it could be hectic any month of the year. But it says now is not the time to rush into any major decisions, because the decisions are coming in for you. They are divinely timed. There's big change coming for a lot of you. And I don't feel like you have to push or coerce or force something to take place. It's almost like that revolving door that I'm seeing here, where it's automatically revolving. You don't have to try to figure it out. Although sometimes if you've ever walked on one of those, kind of like an elevator going up, you walk on one and it kind of hangs you up a little bit. But I feel like it's automatically opening here for you, where all you need to do is walk through it. And it says, before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul, ask your ascended masters, ask yourself for guidance before you act or move forward. Yeah, there's a protection that I feel is happening here for you. You are supported, but again, they're showing me that door, and you don't have to go in it just to go back around it. Sometimes we do that because we're not sure. We step in, what the heck is going on? And we find ourselves back at square one. That happens in relationships. It happens in our job. It happens in, our health. But what I'm getting here is you're going in one and you're going out the other directly ahead of you. It's like a roundabout, right? We're going straight through the roundabout instead of getting caught up and going in that roundabout for circles and circles. You've already learned some very valuable lessons. So be proud of who you are. Be proud of how far you've come. That's your next message here. It's time to celebrate all that you've achieved and all that you are and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. Okay, be proud. There's the peacock feathers in front of her heart chakra here. Beautiful. This is about you shining your light, right? Shining. If you've ever seen a peacock spread and fan its beautiful feathers out, it is a sight to be seen. But a lot of times we walk around, like the peacock, we walk around with our feathers, within, because we don't want to knock anybody else over, right? We don't want to shine our light so brightly that we have to put on some of those sunglasses. It reminds me of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, when the lights, boom, go on, and the neighbors across the street are running into things and they're flipping upside down on the couches and it's blinding, right? It's okay to shine your light right now. It's okay to shine your light, because what's going to happen is you're going to help others shine their light as well, because you've learned, you've grown. Some of these situations that are coming to an end for you, in order for you to embrace a new life, embrace a new beginning, don't worry about others at this time. That's not selfish, okay? It doesn't mean that, you're never going to think about anybody else. That's not what this is about. But it's about you shining your unique light into the world. And yes, that may blind others at times. It may throw them for a loop. They may not love it, right? Just like the neighbors and National Lampoons. They didn't love it. It was too bright. But when you actually take a step back, there is this energy of awe, an energy of pride. And that's what Spirit wants you to embrace at this time. Let's get one last message from this deck, and then we'll pull a few tarot to wrap up your reading. Just ask. Okay, someone really needs to ask. I also get here that your prayers are already being answered. Some of you feel like you're being a nuisance by asking too much, but Spirit is saying, I've already given you the signs, right? It's already here for you. What you've asked for is right here, but you may not be seeing it. Okay, because I'm getting here that some of you, you're looking over here when it's over here. Okay, so you may be looking in all the wrong places. You don't need to look where you've already looked. It's time for you to head in a path, in a direction where you've never been before. But because it's unknown, right, because it may be a little bit dark, or because it's something that we're just not quite sure, we tend to look in the familiar. And that's not where Spirit wants you to look. That's not, we don't want to miss out. And I feel like a lot of you've asked what you want is over here. It's on this path. It's on this leap over yonder. So it wouldn't surprise me to see some Fool energy coming in for you, taking a new path, new journey, maybe even the death, major transformation, maybe changes for you as well. And then I'm getting Wheel of Fortune. There are many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We are made up of the divine source, your loved ones, friends, guides, angels, and spirit helpers who are waiting to assist you. We are your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for help and guidance. Yes. I'm also getting here the name Rolanda. Rolanda. Okay. That could be someone's name, someone's grandmother, aunt. It could be a place or location. Rolanda, please take that as it resonates. Maybe Rolanda is connecting with someone here. Maybe that's someone's spirit guide's name. All right. Let's see what we need to know at this time. Let's get a few final messages from the tarot. All right. I think I know what that one is. I think I've seen a little sneak peek. I'm getting here High Priestess, and that's interesting because that's what I wrote on my notes. If this is the High Priestess, that was the first thing I wrote on my notes. The High Priestess and what you are being guided to see at this time. There she is. There's the High Priestess, right? What you are being guided to see here. Ask. And for those of you that have already been asking, it's already in the works. It's already over here. You may just be needing to shift and to step into that energy that is available right before you. And it may be showing up in unusual places, right? You see her eyes are closed. And a lot of times we look for visual cues. We open our eyes and we're in search. But the High Priestess says, trust your intuition, especially when it comes to the law of attraction, relationships, partnerships, because a lot of you are going through healing some past trauma, healing from some separation, right? Healing from rejection, healing from unrequited love. And some of you are healing from carrying the bars on the heart center, the heart chakra, because of some sort of pain or loss that you have endured. Some of you are being called to break away from unions that are no longer in your highest good because you've learned what you've needed to learn. Okay, if this is not a relationship, this could be a career path where you're being guided to go in a separate direction, a new direction. Like we just said, Spirit is showing you two paths here, but you may still be on this path over here, hoping and expecting change, but you're really supposed to have taken a little bit of a detour, a little bit of a turn. Okay, what do we need to do to help you take that turn? What do we need to see? To see with our, our mind's eye, our intuitive soul. What do we need here? Okay, Six of Wands. We need to be okay with being in the spotlight. We need to be okay with shining our peacock feathers. It's time for you to fan those feathers, right? It's time for you to be seen, to be heard, to be valued, to be appreciated, to be loved. It's time for you to achieve these things in your world that have been a long time coming or you've suffered from them. When the Six of Wands shows up, you've been overlooked. You felt like you failed at times, right? But if you can look at that failure as a stepping stone towards your highest and greatest success, which is you, that's when the spotlight turns on. The spotlight's always been there, right? It's always been there within your energy, and it's within ourselves to kind of shine that light. And I feel like this is your time. Look at the victory wreath. The Six of Wands is one of my favorite minor arcanas because it is about achievement. It is a very fiery, spirited energy here about, fame and victory and public recognition. Not that you need others' approval, but it makes you feel good when you are in collaboration and teamwork with the universe, with your soul tribe, with the companions that you want to help uplift. And I feel like others are appreciating your gifts, appreciating your presence in their world. And whoever is not appreciating you, you're parting ways from. Wow, beautiful. What else do we need to know? What else? Last few messages here for the collective. What do we need to know here? I just heard here entanglement. This may have to do with a family dynamic. Someone's mother could be involved. Someone could have a child that hasn't seen, maybe you haven't seen your grandchildren because your son or daughter, there's been some sort of entanglement. For others of you, I just feel like there's some sort of entanglement. It's like if you've ever tried to comb hair that is just been knotted, it hasn't been combed for days, or maybe you've stepped outside and the wind has grabbed your hair in every which way and you try to grab, put a comb through it and it's just snarly and all knotty. I feel like that's what's happening between a family dynamic for some of you. And for others of you, there's going to be communication that either clears that up. There's going to be some sort of solution or quick moving energy, and it may even happen sooner rather than later. Yeah, because you've been feeling a little bit left out in the cold. You have 8 of Wands and you have the 5 of Pentacles. This could pertain to money matters. Some of you may have even been struggling with people about money. Maybe your boss, your coworkers, your children, your family. Some of you, it's caused a wedge. It's caused some sort of entanglement. But the 8 of Wands says that there's going to be some sort of speed, possibly a move, possibly travel, relocation. But there is a speedy energy about turning this 5 of Pentacles around, because the 5 of Pentacles can be about money issues, health issues, stability, family as well, job, career. But you have the key here. You have the key, but sometimes we have to go through that pain, right? But you're being guided to go through that door. And we just talked about that revolving door. And now you have the key to get yourself straight to the other side and enter into, what are we entering into? Oh, and I picked that up and there's the messages, but enter into that new life. Embrace big changes. Get ready. There's going to be some big moves here for you to make. And a lot of you energetically, you're already making some big decisions, but maybe physically you haven't quite seen them yet. I feel like the next few weeks into the next few months, possibly I'm getting end of the month, whatever month you're watching this, but especially by, the end of the next 2 months, I feel like there's going to be some major improvements in health, in money, in finances, in relationships, but there may be a little bit of a healing or a little bit of a process getting used to the new. Okay, so a lot of you, you are doing it. You're already on the path. You're already dancing here on life. And sometimes we just need to take a pause, go fill up on that punch, right? But getting right back out there on the dance floor. And that's what you're being guided to do, because some of you, the song has ended. There's something that's ended here in a big way, a cycle, a pattern, a relationship, some health concerns, a job, an old way of thinking. Whatever it may be for you, the song is over. It's like you are, going in, getting a break, getting a drink. But the next song up is quite exciting. I want you to think of your best favorite feel-good song. Drop it in the comment box below. I will enter you into the free reading giveaway. Drop it below. What song completely lights you up? What gets you going? What pumps you up? What feels good? What gets you, emotional in a very good way? Even if it brings up some memories, what is that song? Post it below. I'll enter you into that giveaway, because that's the next chapter of your life. It's like getting out on the dance floor and listening to that song. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in today, collective. I hope this resonates. It was very, very beautiful as I was tuning in, and right away I could hear the instrumentals. For those of you, again, that want to know that song, it's The Dance, Garth Brooks. There's a beautiful instrumental piece. Some of you, that song may resonate. Maybe that is a song that was a wedding song, was a funeral song, or maybe it was a song that you've created memories around, possibly. These things are working out for you, for your growth, for your soul to thrive. Okay, I want you to remember that. You could have missed the pain. Yeah, Spirit could say, yeah, we'll bypass that. Yeah, we're just going to pick you up here and put you right over here exactly where you want to be. But you would have missed the dance. We don't want to miss the dance. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in and being here today. I'm sending each and every one of you so much love. If you like this message, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. It certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I'm greatly appreciative for. And do drop your favorite feel-good song in the comment box below. Share, like, subscribe, do your thing. Thank you so very much, beautiful souls. Till next time.